to you with a question. What are some of the biggest impediments to innovation in healthcare, and how do we overcome these?
Yeah, this is Rick, and I'd love to jump in because I think a lot of it goes back to I think what Steve and Rick were talking about as well. Part of it still is data, right? So data is an impediment right now because it's not readily shared. I think there's regulations behind it. I think the more data we have to really impact that. So I won't beat that one since you guys talked through that. Second one I'd say is regulations, right? So we still are a highly regulated industry, and I think there are a lot of things that are really causing challenges for us to really innovate and go at speed the way that we want to. You think about pharmacy in general. We've got federal regulations, state regulations, board of pharmacies, just lots of things that are really impeding us from accelerating the way that we want. That's very different by state, by geography as well. And the last one I would say is payment models, right? We still have a payment model system that is set in the distribution model for dispensing medication versus really going after patient care outcomes in the way that we all want to go to as well. So I think those are the three in my mind that really hold us back and are kind of hindering us from an innovation perspective. And I wish I had answers to all of them. I don't know that I have solutions to actually say this is how we actually solve them all. So.
You read my mind. That was my next question is, well, how do we overcome those challenges? Very good.
That's why we have Rick Long and others on here to help us think through it from a payment model perspective, right? Yeah, so.
That was your cue, Rick. You want to jump in? Do you have the solutions for us that we're all looking for?
Yeah, not quite. We're trying, but I was concurring with Rick. One of the things I had written down was, right now we have, a lot of misaligned incentives throughout the kind of whole healthcare process and the whole healthcare system. And so, payment models, I think would do a lot on that front. But I think that, and it also actually ties to some of the regulations too. But until we get, that alignment better straightened out, I think we're going to be, it will continue to be tough. I think the other impediment is just the sheer complexity of the healthcare system, right? It is very fragmented and not very well integrated. And, even to the point where, we don't even have, personal health records, right? And we don't even know actually how they had to give everybody something other than a piece of paper to tell that you've had a vaccine for, a pandemic. So it's like, when that's our resort for something like that, you just understand that the complexity is enormous in this industry.